Hello. Hi guys. Hello. 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 We're doing another Balancing Spirits stream. Um and oh, hold up. Oh, the music stopped for a second. But yeah, we're doing another Balancing Spirits streams. I'm pretty stoked about it. Um I will say the concerning thing is that so I don't technically have Wi-Fi right now. I am on my hotspot, so that's interesting. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm pretty excited for the stream, and let's hop into it. Alrighties, guys, look! Oh my gosh! Oh no, don't go dead yet. Alrighties. Look at this! So look, we got like things on the side here. Look at that. We got little pink stuff on the side so you're not like looking into the abyss. Isn't that cool? Isn't that exciting? Yeah. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Um, the weird awkward thing is that I have my stream open in order to see chat, right? Um, but the thing is, right, is it's on a delay, so I only see, I basically see, I think it's like 5 seconds in the past. I think. Alright, I think that should be good. Let me do one little thing before we get started. And then we should be ready to go. So the reason that we are doing an animation instead of like a background again is because you guys are going to get to know the characters a lot better by me doing an animation. Holy crap, you can't see. Oof, you guys can barely see that. Let's move you down a little bit more. With that. How's that look? Let's see here. I mean, you guys can kind of. Yeah, it's kind of rough. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's kind of rough. But, you know, it's probably fine. It's probably okay. But, yeah, 1 second. Don't want it to go dead on me. Alrighties. Time to get into this. Alright. So, the plan here is, so what I like to do when like first getting it is like I tend to use like, I think I'm gonna do, yeah, I'll just do the red. I don't know why I switched it from red. And then peppermint, yeah. I know like some people do specific. Sorry, I knocked the mic for a second, but I know some people do like certain oh my gosh, yo, I have yo, what's up? But yeah, I know some people have specific brushes they like to use. I don't really have a brush I like to use necessarily. Alright. So I think what I'm gonna go for is I think I'm gonna try and animate, yeah, I think I'm gonna go for Cass first because I believe, so she's the main character and I think I want you guys to be more acquainted with her. Just because, you know, I want the audience to know our main character, you know, pretty well. And then I want to make a nice little line here. Yep. So then we're gonna extend this out. And then we add another track. We go down here. So now we have like a, it's a rough line that you can see here, but it's just there to kind of serve as a guideline almost. So it's not necessarily meant to be like perfectly straight for me, at least. At least that's what I'm gonna see it as. But alright. Oof. I wish also I couldn't find my my actual like glove that I usually use. So I had to end up like going with just this glove, which I also like to use for doing digital drawings, but yeah. Also, it's a little bit late, so that might be why not as many people are popping out right now, which makes sense. Alright, we're just gonna do, I just want to do a basic pose here. We're gonna kind of sketch in the clothes a little bit because that is a big part of it. I also need to think about how big the proportions I'm gonna be making this character in. Because that is a big thing, is just making sure the sizing for everything is consistent. So that'll really help with like getting backgrounds and all that done. And then, hold up. I am going to pull up a deer real quick. Just so then I can kind of make sure I'm getting the head shape quite right. I have a Pinterest board for balancing spirits. It's private right now just because I don't know. I was like, I don't know if like anybody needs to see the balancing spirits thing right now. So this is what I got pulled up right here. It's pretty cool. But yeah. Ooh. Hit the giant what's it called? Arm of the mic. So from what I'm seeing, right, okay. So we got our big old head here, and then this kind of, so the way it is it's kind of like, I want to kind of make it more go out this way, I think. Ah, my goodness. All the technical difficulties. Oh, also, the 20 subscriber special, it's gonna be coming out, like, I believe it should be coming out, soon. It's coming out soon. The thing is that I had a lot of difficulties getting the world. So I finally got the original world that that the series took place in, because the 20 subscriber special will be about so it's gonna have the why is this so it's going to have like it's oh my gosh, I'm being distracted by my drawing. Sorry about that, guys. Basically, if you've seen any like of my old Minecraft stuff, you may notice that. What the frick is that? Why you look like that? Bruh. But you may notice that like the Minecraft like channel aspect of this kind of died. It all happened like 2-ish, 3 years ago, right? And if you look at the post, I literally say in a post, that, oh, sorry guys, like, I'm busy, like, applying for colleges, next video is gonna come out soon, and the thing is, right, is that, it kind of just died there, right? So, one of the series called Defeating the End just dies, right? It's just a dead series, and basically, I hadn't touched it for forever, basically. And I decided that it would be really cool to be able to, like, do a big old finale for a series that I hadn't touched in a while, just because I still haven't defeated the end, and I feel like since they still haven't, that series still has merit and weight. So that's why I think it would be really cool to be able to do it. So yeah, so guys, keep on the lookout for the series finale of Defeating the End. Right now I'm still in the recording of it because it's actually, believe it or not, because I'm not a speedrunner, it takes a while to defeat the end. Yeah, but I will say, I am very proud of how this is turning out. I know you guys can't fully see her, but I think she looks really nice. I think what I'm gonna do is actually kind of go over the hair in a different color, because I think that's gonna be going animated a little bit differently. And plus, I want to make sure I'm able to see it properly. Yeah. So the one thing that is awkward about this character design is the hair. Just because, like, it's kind of like, where's the hair coming from? But I don't know. I liked how it kind of looked. So that's why I kept it in. I think I'm gonna change the hair up a little bit. There we go. And then I'm gonna make this rest a little bit more on the actual shoulder. There we go. And we're gonna kind of fray these edges a little bit less. So we're gonna do we actually might, let's try and do this and this little... Alright, and then we go back here, and we're gonna erase the hair on this layer. So then we just need to look at the blue one. There we go. So then that keeps us kind of cleaner. So then when we go to animate, we can clearly see the different things. So yeah. And then I am going to, because then also, because I think what I'm making right now is gonna be the idol, like the idol animation, where she's just, you know, sitting there chilling, right? So we're gonna highlight her arm, because I think the key is, right? I think what we're gonna try here, I'm gonna go over here, and now is the fun part of skeleton, and that's what I kind of call it, just getting like the bones out there. So you can kind of see the faint look of like our first drawing here. And now I'm just gonna sketch kind of like the... We're just gonna sketch the bare minimum, right? Bare minimum here. Okay. So I think, and then we're gonna do, I think we're gonna do just like little points for this, and we're gonna just kind of do this to identify the antler. Oh my goodness. And then I think, I think what I'm gonna try and do for movement is, I think I'm just gonna have her like kind of like going up and down, you know? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take away this little like sketch outline of like, you know, just tracing, and I'm basically going to move her down a little bit. So we're gonna just, so we're gonna kind of do this, right? Oh my goodness. And then we're gonna kind of come down here, move this out a little bit, and then this guy comes down. And we'll just, yeah, why not? We'll do that. And then for this, because like this doesn't really change, honestly, what we could do, actually, because, well, no, it will change because we'll need the leg bend. So we'll need to have it so then this leg is slightly bending for her like to be able to kind of, you know, do like the just standing there kind of thing, I believe. Hello? Is my glove not doing good enough? Oh, my headset bumped into this. Boop, 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 boom. Alright. And then we're going to add the ears. We're gonna make sure we get the muzzle in here. Even if it's just a rudimentary one, it'll be good. And then ears, or not ears, antlers, rudimentary. And second leg. Very, very rough. So at least that's what I'm thinking, guys. So like just like a up down kind of thing. Or should it be more of like let me maybe okay, wait. I'm about you guys won't see me for a second. Hang on. I'm gonna act like I'm just standing. So I got my hands in my pockets. Alright? So I got my hands in my pockets. And, you know, if I was just sitting there, oh, I know what idle animation we should do for her. We should do the, like, rolling on your feet. Oh, yes. Yes, guys, yes. Okay, so what I'm thinking, right, is where you go onto your tippy toes here, and you're kind of like, you know, you're kind of, you're raised up on your tippy toe, come on. And so we gotta go like, alright, let me do just this. So, okay, I'm standing up again to try and get the motion. So, it's like, hang on chat, I'm looking at my leg to see how my anatomy will work for this. Okay, so I just have like a single toe on the ground right here. So I have like my toes on here, and then I have my foot arched up, and I got my heel. So this makes up the foot. And then I have my, so then from there, we go this way. And then we're going this way. So it's, yeah, so it's up. Yeah, and then, but knees aren't that far out, I think. I don't think the knees are too far out. I think they're more like, that. So it's like, so this one is actually the middle section between them. So let me actually, hold up. I'm gonna move you over here, move you here. Boop, boop. And squip. Okay. So what we really need, copy, and we do, oops, where's the paste? Paste. And then pull that down. Ah. Okay, so now we're gonna make her like rock back on her heels. So, and then actually sit down again for this. So So we're gonna have like this like slightly above the ground. So we're gonna need to, so now we do this, and then we have the little ball joint here, and we have this slightly up. So then we want the line of motion would be, so I'm tilting forward, so we need to bring the head forward so that then it's, you know, it's a counterweight and the body is going to move backwards. So these two, so let me do this. So okay, that's curved. Okay, so we need to kind of make a, and we want this to kind of be a, arc. So we're gonna kind of make that more transparent so it doesn't get in our way too much. And go back on the main layer. Okay, so now let me look at this body real quick. Okay. Oh, that's still wrong color. Okay. So we're gonna do this, and we're just gonna kind of come over here. Okay. And then, yeah, then this bad boy is gonna go, do this, and we're gonna have this guy, so I want it to kind of get down here, right? Yeah. Kind of get down there, then alright, so we're gonna move this bad boy up. So that is the scary thing. Moving that bad boy up. Okay, what the frick? There we go. And then also is the hair as well. That's the other intense thing, is the hair. How are you guys doing today, though? You guys doing good? hope so. Hope you guys are doing good. Hope you guys are having a good day. I had a rough night last night, actually, because there was a fire drill. 3 times. Oh, not a fire drill. Just the alarm went off. 3 times. Like, hello? You know what I mean? Like, 2 times it's like, okay, someone messed up with the system. 3 times you're like, okay. What happened? Guys, like, what'd you do, you know? So, yeah. I don't know. It was bad. I did not get a good night's sleep because of that. So, yeah. So, pretty rough. But, alright, so that's kind of the motion we got there. Okay. Is the head really moving? Hang on. So one thing I like to do for my animations sometimes is I will take this part. So we're gonna go in here. And we're going to just do a silly goofy thing called lower the opacity. Alright, let's lower this guy. And oh, but there's nothing on this one, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so now we can see kind of clearly, you know, what's going on here. So we kind of did move it forward, but we kind of just like extended the snout, which is not our intention at all here. We don't want to do that. Alright? So, and it also looks like we just kind of like extended it. We made it bigger, which is not the goal here. The goal here is to just make an in, out, in, out. Man, I love animation. I love animation. It's such a great, silly little invention, isn't it? Okay, so what I am gonna do, because this is not what we intended. Alright, so let me take off my dominant hand glove. Alright, and then, oh, can I not rotate you? I believe I should be able to rotate you. That's not rotating. Am I not able to rotate you? That doesn't seem quite right. I could have sworn I could rotate. Interesting. Animation is pretty awesome. Yeah, it's so cool, guys. Guys, it's so cool. You should become animators, guys. Guys, become animators. Okay, so if we do have her head here, done. Interesting. Okay, well, that doesn't help me. Um. Okay. Okay, but we did kind of line it up. So now... Yeah, so it did kind of move it up a little bit, which will help us with just getting the face shape down. Even if we can't rotate it, right now at least, to meet our proper thing. So now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna back in here, and this bad boy, we're gonna make that, and we're gonna make that, we're gonna make that, yeah, oh, there we go. And then we're gonna do, then we're gonna go down here, and then we do whoop, and we go, well, we don't want that one. We want this one. Okay. Okay. So now we can clearly see where we kind of goofed a little bit, if you will. So let me kind of erase these a little bit, because we can kind of see what we're going for exactly when it comes to this. I'm gonna kind of erase this a little bit. Alright, we're gonna erase all of that lovely work right there. So then we're gonna kind of extend this up a little bit, I think. And then I think, because she's gonna be kind of like a little bit, have a slight curve to her in order to make this motion actually work. And then the head, we will say right here, and then we're gonna go out like an inch. And down here. Bruh, what the frick was that? Do I just need to do this? Okay, well, alright, and then I think we're gonna cut this to be kind of like that, yep. And then yep, that looks good. Alright, so yeah, we kind of did it. Let me erase this bad boy. Let me do this, and then put this little arm guy right there. So when you do that, you kind of, you kind of move back, so arms kind of come up, I think. Hang on. Yeah, so arms are kind of up. Sorry, my Apple pen was in my mouth. So arms kind of come up, it seems like. So instead of having them over here, actually we want them to be more so kind of here, trying to almost like steady the weight. What happened to my music? Where'd my music go? Yes, I'm still watching, YouTube. I'm still watching. Alright, we're good, guys. Okay, I think that's good. And then, for hair, I'm gonna go with, like, so it's gonna be kind of, okay. Alright, we're gonna take that off. Bruh. That's crazy. Alright, let me move some of this. That might make it look a little bit less, you know? I need to move her head down, I think, actually. I think that's the issue we're having here. I need to move, oh, wrong thing. I need to move her head, bruh. I need to move her head slightly downwards. Yeah, I think that's the issue we're having here. That the head is staying like the same. Yeah, I think that's the issue. Keyword being I think. Don't actually know if that's the issue or not. But most likely it is. So we're gonna kind of try and tilt her head. Yeah, that looks great. Okay, and then we're gonna raise the ears up. Have this. Alright. And then, okay. I think that looks a lot better. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Okay, yeah. Now let's just edit the hair to kind of match up with it a little bit more. Oh, hello. Jump scare, am I right, guys? I really think it's because of the glove. The glove's making my iPad not okay. Okay. I think that... Oh my goodness, hello. Let me see how charged up this is. 45, that's pretty good. I think it's time to make sure that the good old-fashioned pen is charged as well. Because we don't want a dead pen, guys. We don't want a pen to be dying on us, okay? Because it's very unfortunate when it does. Actually, hang on. I think I'm gonna keep it plugged in here. And then I think I'm gonna do this, so then it's not gonna be me pulling against the main cord. So let's see, 25, and that's why we plug it in. Okay, so now we have the curb this way, and now we're going to try and do the opposite. So now the goal is to do a, let me get rid of this, then let me make this it, hide, 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 and then, okay, so now we're gonna take this little point of, hello? Huh? What? Oh my gosh. Guys, hang on 1 second, the pen's not working. Look at cute little Charmander while I fix my pen. I love it when the Apple Pen stops working. For no reason, just all of a sudden, just stops working. Whoa! Sorry, I almost dropped my pen. Okay. So we are connected, presumably. Okay, so I guess it just doesn't like me and is trying to make me look a little bit crazy. You know how it is. You know. Alright. Let's get this back on here. Alright. I love it when my pen just decides to be like, actually, I don't think I'm gonna work right now. Actually, what if I just, what? Why is it still not, hello? It's still not freaking working. Hello? What the frick happened? Oh my, the freaking brush opacity went down, so I thought that it wasn't registering. Oh my gosh, I can't with Procreate sometimes. Alright, well, anyways. Alright, so now we have our little line of action over here. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this bad boy, move it over here. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna make well, we don't really need that for right now. So the reason that we are getting these free shots right here is because there are core shots. So there are like end goals kind of. So alright, so I'm gonna kind of move this guy. Nope. So we're gonna want to be more up with this one. Yeah, let me, you know what, I am gonna unhide all of this stuff here. Make sure the, we can hide that now. And then, So now if we go back in here, we can kind of see the faint outlines of like the other stuff. Right? So now let's add another layer here. We're gonna want red. Okay. So we're going to want the toes to be here. So we want our toes here, and then, bro, why does this look so like faded? Like, what is going on? Huh. Weird. This is weird. Very weird. Very odd. Okay, that is very weird. Huh. The opacity is up. Huh. Just looks really light for no reason. This is the max, really? What the frick? That's weird. No, that's weird. Hey classmate from studio here. I'm curious what kind of game Balancing Spirits is. I'm so glad you asked. So Balancing Spirits is a stealth boss battle game in which there are sections in which you cannot fight and you need to hide in order to get to the next town. And then there are boss battles that you need to face. But the cool thing about this game that I think is pretty interesting is that you're locked into like permanent pacifist mode. So it's kind of like you aren't able to really like attack anybody. And so I think that'll make things a lot more interesting when it comes to like, you know, when people want to actually like fight or do anything, they'll be like, oh, well, my main combat is just absorbing the corruption from your opponent instead of actually doing damage. So it makes like, you know, the idea of like you're just there, you don't like want to be there, because so our main character Cass, this is Cass, she doesn't want to be in the spirit world. She accidentally got roped into it and she just wants to get home, and so that's why you kind of don't have like this big option to fight people and attack, because you're in a world that you have no idea what's going on in, and you have a deer head, you have something else also in your brain that's kind of like being like, so I think this is how this is gonna go, and you're gonna trust the thing that's, you know, attached to you, because, you know, when a spirit animal attaches to you and your head is now a deer, you're gonna go with that, because what are you supposed to do, you know? But yeah, so her main goal is to get home, and in order to do so, she's got a lot of boss battles, stealth things, and a lot of interesting choices to get through. But yeah, I'm really excited about this game. I actually, oh, this is really exciting news. I finally finished the script for the demo. So, the script for the demo is done. So that is chapters 1 to 3. So that's really exciting. And yeah, I'm really excited about that. I know that, like, I know, like, I'm hoping to get, like, you got a lot of trust in the non-conspicuous deer head. Hey, I mean, like, when it comes to, like, okay, you gotta keep in mind also, if you had to choose between somebody who's in your, like, head or somebody that's outside of your head, who are you trusting? You know? So that's the thing is, you know, there's other spirit animals in this world that you can either choose to trust or not. I mean, there's some of them that's like, it's kind of like, oh, so you really don't care if I die, kind of thing. But there's other ones that genuinely do care. So you gotta figure out, which, which one is which. Cause, if you don't know, you know, I don't think the deer would ever tell you a lie. Exactly. Why would the deer lie? Because the other thing is you're stuck with the deer. The deer's also stuck with you. So the best way for it to get its body back is to get you out of the spirit world. So that's one of the other reasons why the deer really doesn't want you to be here. Cause bro just wants his body back. Bro wants his body back. You kinda inadvertently body snatch this guy's body, you know? And you know, it happens to the best of us, but you know, kinda low key rude. Kinda rude, you know, you just came in here freaking out and you know, you just kinda snatched his body on accident. Just kinda fused, you know? And you know what they say, fusion is just a cheap tactic to make, you know, weak spirit animals strong. Nah, I'm kidding. I kid. But, in seriousness, yeah. So that's why, like, trusting the deer, like, is kind of a given, just because of how crazy the rest of all the spirit animals are going to be. Okay? So, if you think, you know, you shouldn't trust a deer, if you think, oh man, I shouldn't trust the deer, you know, the deer head that's connected to me. Oh boy. Oh boy, do I have a thing to tell you guys. Uh, there's a few other people that you probably should actually not trust in this game. Bro, what the frick? Am I crazy? Oh my gosh, wait. What the frick? So I've been having this issue, right? Where it's for some reason becoming really, sorry, I hit the arm, where it becomes really like soft for no reason. I'm gonna go back. Okay, there we go. It's nice. It's a solid line again. Thank goodness. Okay, we're gonna lower the opacity on that. Gonna make a new layer. Opacity's not dying. What? Hold up. This is so weird. Okay. I'm gonna turn down this one. Okay. I don't know, maybe it's just a weird thing. Okay. How odd. anyways, but yeah, so that's the game. I'm really excited to draw you guys like the other characters as well. Because so there's certain characters that I just know that people are going to love a lot. And I'm really excited to see the like reaction to them, because I know that people are gonna really like them. So I'm really excited to see that. What else? Yeah. I'm really excited to see people's reactions to the game. Just because this is a game I've been working on since, or at least had the idea for since like freshman, or no, like senior year of college. So I'm really excited to see how you guys react to it. And yeah, because I'm finally actually being able to make content about it and show it off to everybody. So I think it's really cool. Okay, so to get this little like outer thing, you want the middle part to go out here, and then we want the middle. I gotta think here. So we kind of want the body to kind of go out this way. So the animation I'm doing right now is like a little rocking back and forth. Because I just wanted to do like a little cute little idle animation. Because I thought that would be pretty cool. Pretty nice to do. So yeah. So that's kind of what we're going for right now. It's just a little idle animation here. Alrighties. So I'm gonna change up these feet. Okay. So let me think. So we rock back this way, and then we're coming forward. So, okay. Hang on. Real life demonstration real quick. You guys can't see, but it's... Oh gosh. Hang on. Alright, good news is, I think my roommates are not dying. Because I heard the oh my god. And I freaked out for a second. I was like, oh gosh. Okay, wait. So, when I'm on my tippy toes, I'm higher up. So I need to make sure I take that into account with this. So we need to make sure that we're taking that into account here. So I want to raise this up actually. Hang on. I think, yeah. Here, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna convert layer to tracks. So then what we're gonna do is we're to take that out. we're gonna take this guy out. I think we can delete that. So then we're gonna do, we don't need this guy. So then we can kind of see it. Wow, then the mic is echoing. Oh dear. Mic is echoing. Oh no. What could that? Am I echoing right now? Do you guys hear the echo? I'm trying to see what could be happening. Let me double check. No, we're in the right mic. And it doesn't look like it's echoing on my, at least I don't see it echoing on my side, but you guys know better than me. So please let me know if it's still echoing. It seems very low ATM. Okay, what does ATM mean? What's that mean? Okay, I turned up the volume more. I don't know if that helped or not. I don't know. I'm not an expert. What does ATM mean? What are we doing there? What's that mean? What's going on there? And then we get, I'm just gonna move this guy up a bit. At the moment, the echo is quiet. Okay. Interesting. Well, I know it's not coming from the background stream. I know it's not coming from that. I don't know what it could be coming from, sadly. Let me try something real quick. Hang on, guys. I'm trying something. Better watch out. Alright, I switched devices for a second. Just to see if that would, like, mess around with it. I also have the echo on my mic turned down, so it should, or like not on, so it shouldn't be from the mic. I don't know. Don't know what, Alright. Yeah, that works? Okay. Brilliant. Brilliant. Alright, let me make sure I get this movement correct. So, what I'm doing here is I'm just rolling on my feet. So I got the back part, arms forward, and then arms are coming back. And I'm pushing up off the ground. And then the head, is the head kind of, I guess, no, the head's still in line with the feet. So the front part, so the body is coming out more to kind of balance again. So yeah. Alright, so I like where the head, like, this is. So I'm gonna do this. And we're gonna kinda make a little shoe. Gotta make sure I, like, line this up correctly. So that then it is the right amount of, like, up, I guess. What makes this hard, I think, is the iconic oversized coat, oversized jacket, I should say, that she wears. Because it's kind of hard to make it look like it's like that. Let me add in. Let me grab this, and then let me add in this. Am I on the right? Yeah, man. What if I add in? I think it's going up too high. Dang. Yeah, I think we're going up too high now. Which sucks. But, I think I'm gonna try and get done with this, like, the bones today. Just, like, I don't know, I think that'll be a good, like, stopping point, is once the bones are done. That's not the right color. There we go. Okay. So then we have this way going this. So where this right here I think is the hardest part about animation, which is like trying to figure out just how the movement actually like works. I think what I need to do to kind of make it seem a little bit better, or I can keep that, but I think what'll make it look a little bit better is like kind of arching this a little bit, because I think that'll make it feel a little bit better. Yeah, I think that'll make it feel a little bit better. And then let me just go down here. Bro, I'm so tempted to just look up like people rocking their feet back, like rocking back and forth right now. Like, what do you mean? You know? Okay. Hold up, guys. We got this. So, what I need to do is I need the head, I think, to go like here-ish. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll be good for like animation. Yeah. Yeah, and then we can kind of keep it. Yeah, that's better. Alright. And then we do kind of like Okay, so now we have like exactly where the hair is. IRL movement references are clutch for animation. Literally, that's what I've been doing here is I've been like standing up and just rocking back and forth to try and like get it. That's how I got this right here. This line of motion you can kind of see right here. But it's still like, it's still hard because like when you're doing the motion yourself, it's like you can't actually see yourself doing it. And so you're just kind of left to guess really like what exactly your body's doing, which isn't great. But you know, sometimes it'll do. It'll do. Okay. And then I don't think I want it to pass this line of motion, I think. Hang on. Reference check. You ready, chat? You ready? And I go back and then up. Alright, so I'm kind of like right at the peak of the back and forth, and yeah, I think, okay, hold up. This is so hard to check where my like thighs, like if my thighs are in the line of motion or not. Because if I put my one heel down, it changes the anatomy structure that my bones are in currently, making it to where that's not the most accurate thing. So, hang on. Almost fell. Okay. So, at the peak rock, so I'm like this. I could do just a small up, which I think that is what we're gonna do. So that doesn't fully make it on these, like here. Instead, it's more just kind of what we did earlier, where it's, you can kind of see like it kind of just goes up a little bit. So if we go from the stagnant one, it'd be this half and it'd be kind of going slightly up on this. Okay, because I think that'll make it a lot easier than going fully up. So then from there, we just have the slight bend in the knees. So I think that'll make it a lot easier. Okay. Yeah. Oh my goodness. What the frick was that? I don't know what that was, chat. I hit something. We'll find that out later, you know? Someday I'm gonna find out what I hit. Okay. Hold up. Looks like my music went down again. I love it when my music goes down. Okay. Ah! I hit the arm again. Because if you don't know, my camera right now is, it's hooked onto the arm of my mic. So, it's pretty interesting. So yeah. Alright, so that's how that's going. So we want it to be, oh. So we want to go from here. So we're going to take this, kind of do that. Alright, there we go. Okay, so then yep. So then we got maybe not that far here. Maybe more like just like slight bend. That's a little bit too big of an angle. I'm gonna do just a little bend. Come on. Little bend. Yeah, there we go. And then we want to do, so we'll do, so it's gonna push forward, so maybe we want to do kind of like, but I don't think you really see that in the jacket, sadly. So it'll kind of hurt the motion, I feel like, a little bit. But that's just how the jacket be functioning. Okay. Yep. Secondary boy. There's the second boy. Did I do the second boy over here? No, I didn't. Second boy. Is this right? Hold up. There we go. Second boy over here. Do a little bit of that. Nice. Okay. So then, yeah, this looks a lot better. Okay. So now, let me check. Okay, yeah. Look at that. Hold up, guys. I want to make sure you guys can see this. Hang on. Alright, you guys ready? You ready to see a little bit of a rough animation? Let me make sure you guys can see the feet, because that's where the beauty is. Look at that. Look at that. So we got all the keyframes basically. So that's pretty exciting. That's pretty exciting, guys. That's pretty cool. All right. I think that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna edit the arm a little bit to make it fit a little bit better with the new movement that we have right here and the body. Alright, and then let's add hair. So we're gonna go kinda make sure that's a little, oh, no. Alright, so let me just check. Let's do a check here to see how it goes. Okay, this is pulling back. I think because of the way that this is, I think we actually need to throw the hair backwards. Just based on the movements. So we're gonna do a little bit of a woo. Not too much, actually. We don't wanna whoosh. We wanna woo. So we're gonna just do a little bit of a whoop. So the front's just gonna have one that's kind of clinging here. And then we're gonna go back. And we're gonna have one that's kind of flips up. Or maybe, no. Don't think that works. Okay. And then maybe this more of a loop. There we go. Alright, we're gonna need to edit this a little bit just so then it fits in a little bit better. But we got the key movements down, so that's good. That's very good. I think I'm gonna kind of edit this again. So I kind of want it to be, I want the pocket down here. Or kind of like, I guess kind of like up here-ish, you know? So if we want the pocket up there, I'm still shocked that this is like copyright free. Like, I just find that crazy that this is like copyrighted free. Okay, so now okay. Okay. Not bad, not bad. I gotta figure out this hair. So it's going, so when I go this way, it's pulling back. And then, yeah, so it should fall back, yeah. Okay. You know what? I think I'm okay with that. So, alright. So I think this is our bones for right now. So I think this is our little bones right now. Ah! Hold up. Can do some of this. Okay. We don't want that. So here, let me do this. Alright. So, where does it? This. Because it's going on 24 frames per second. And we don't want that. That's way too fast for us. So I think 12 might be good for now. Let's check. That's still pretty fast. Yeah, that's still pretty fast. Hang on. For now, I think we're just gonna go with this. Okay, and then we need this guy in between, so we're gonna copy and paste him right here. So then, and there we go. There we go, guys. We have her rocking on our feet a little bit. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, look at that. Look at that. So I think that's pretty awesome. So now what I'm gonna be, what I'll do, right, is I'll do the in-betweens. So basically, if you see down here, right, let me straighten this out for you guys. But basically, I'm gonna take like this guy, move him over, this guy, move him over, this guy, move him over, and then, so now, we're gonna do this to this. So, and the great thing about in-betweens, right, is that, they're gonna be a little meshed up sometimes, right? Because you're just trying to get the line of movement. But since this is so, like, slow and, like, idle, I think it should be pretty okay and not super meshed up, if you will. But who knows? We'll see what happens. You know? You never know. So then we want to kind of move this to go. Don't want to fully follow that. We want to kind of go up a bit. Not that far though. We want to do kind of middle ground. Yeah, right there. Okay, and then down here. So then down here, what we want to do is kind of do like halfway, if you will. So like kind of like almost raised, but not quite. And we're gonna kind of go up. Kind of go this way-ish. That's a little too close to that. We're gonna go kind of like, we kind of want to go this. Yeah. Where it's kind of like, maybe a little bit more. Hold up. You want to make sure this is pretty good scene. There we go. Whew. Let's do, so we keep on this path, and then we want to do kind of like right there. Yeah, that's the sweet spot. And then, again, right here, we want to be right there, in between the lines. And then, for this, I think we're gonna move this kind of up a little bit. Kind of have this. Alright, and then the difference between. Okay, so then we got. Okay. Alright, and then arm and hair time. So let's do arm first, I think. So we got this to this. So kind of have the joint right here. So we're kind of gonna go like like right here maybe? Yeah, I think that's good. And then hair time. Ooh la la, if you will. So we have the hair kind of slicked onto the back and we're kind of making it fluffed again. So we're going from slick, so we're gonna kind of make a little thing here. And here. Okay. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, let's see how this looks. Alright, here. Let me zoom it in for you guys. Can you guys see it? Hold up. There we go. I might undo these guys. So we got that little jump at the end, right? Because it's still got to do the in-between for that, right? So we're going to do the in-between for this bad boy. Right? So we don't need these guys, don't need this guy. So our goal is to get the little pop-up here. So this is our up and this is our standing still guy. So I think the head was a good place to start the last time. So we kind of want to get that, again, that middle thing. I think that's kind of, yeah, that should be good. Then we got the middle ear here. Antlers. There we go. Oh, that's really rough antlers. What the frick? There we go. Up. Okay, they're okay. They're okay antlers. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to be between these, so we kind of want it to be like a slight raise of the back foot here. And we want it to kind of be mid-bend. So, not fully bent, but not straight. Kind of like a bisexual. There we go. So we're gonna do kind of like there. Hang on. One second, guys. My group for the tortured artist is messaging me. Hang on, guys. Alright, well, I don't think that is a me question. I don't think that's a me question. So, I think we're good to go, guys. I think we're good. I think we're good. Let's see here. So now, again, we want to get this little in-between bit here. Kind of do like a little thing here. There we go. The shoe's a little big. Let me kind of adjust this. There we go. I think that looks a little bit better. want to check if I did that for the other one. Let me edit this a little bit. Comes out a little bit too far. Okay, that should be a good base. Let's get arms, and let's do, so we want to do, what is it, in between, like a really like hard, like hold, like, you know, movement, and then like a long hold. So we're going, okay, hold up, oh, that's not open, okay, never mind. I'm being crazy, chat. I'm being crazy. Alright, so this is where our arm socket is. So, I think what we're gonna do is we're kinda gonna go like here-ish, I think. So we're gonna have like kinda like coming up to there. And then we're gonna go to the hair. So hair is kinda flowing back, so I think kind of like taking it, kind of like going this to this to this, maybe. Hold up, let's go front over shoulder. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, boy. Alright, let's see. Let's see how this goes. Alright. Alright, guys. Let's see how this goes. This could look really bad. But who knows? Alright. Hold up. Oh, I see what the issue is. Okay, hang on, guys. We need to copy this, paste it down here, so then, and then copy and paste, and boom, boom, boom. Alright. There we go, guys. And that is a little, like, animation of Cass just going back and forth. It's pretty rough, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty rough. The inconsistencies in the arms alone make me shake. Make me shake in my boots. Actually, wait. I'm gonna do something about this. Hang on. Let me get my hand back on. Wow. So, we're gonna fix this up a little bit, make it a little bit less, like, sudden buff arm. Also, guys, let me know if, this music gets, like, annoying or anything like that, because I know that we've been listening to this, like, continuously, for a while, so, yeah. Because I know that the YouTube that I'm getting this from, it has other stuff. Alright, let's see how that, helps it. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna get rid of that, and I'm going to hide our little guidelines there. Alright, so now it's more of like just the animation. Okay. So guys, what do we think? What do we think of our girl? What do we think of our girl here? What do we think of our girl? She's having a great time. I think I could probably add a few more in-betweens to make this a little bit more smoother. But yeah. You think it looks good? Thank you. Thank you. Alright. I think I might call it for the night, cause well, doing this for like almost 2 hours, it took a lot out of me, I'm not gonna lie. That took a lot out of me to do that. So I think I'm going to head out for the night. But thank you guys so much for popping in to the stream. Again, check out every Friday I have a Tortured Artist stream. And also, hopefully on the weekends, we have a Balancing Spirits one. So, and I know I missed Saturday. I was applying for jobs. So, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? But I think off camera, I'm gonna finish this up for you. And maybe that might just be what the scene intro is for next time. So keep an eye out, guys, for that. And then I think next week I'm going to try and do either a walk animation for Cass. Here, wait, guys. I have a question. What do you want me to do next week, right? Do you want me to do a walking animation for Cass right here? Do you want to see her walking around? Or do you want me to do a different animation for a new character? Because I know you guys haven't been introduced properly to some of the important characters in the game. So let me know in the chat or in the comments of this video which like character you want to see, because I think I will be either doing Cass, Hollow, or yeah, I think Cass or Hollow are the two that really need their animations done. So let me know which one you want to see. You guys haven't seen Hollow yet, so that'd be exciting, but also I understand Cass is the main character, so you may want to see her again. But let me know. But it is time for us to sadly end stream, guys. So, again, let me know what you guys want to see. I think someone new. Ooh, okay. Okay, I'd be down for that. I'd be down for that. Alright. Good to know, good to know. Alrighties, guys. So, remember to tune in on Fridays for Tortured Artist streams. And hopefully next weekend we will be working on Hollow. Some animations for Hollow. Alright, guys.